So here's this vibrational reality. And you've been living in your body and knowing what you don't want, and knowing what you do want, and putting lots of, we call them rockets of desire, because most of them you launch without even realizing. When something is really bothering you about something, you launch a strong rocket of desire, even though you couldn't identify it because you're over here. But your inner being recognizes it and knows it and focuses on it. And because your inner being is being responded to by the law of attraction on your behalf, cooperative components for you are being gathered to your inner being, to your vibrational reality. Now that's all well and good. Blah, 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 humans want to say. How do I get the money out of the vortex and into the bank? The vibrational reality is not that exciting to most humans, but it's exciting to us because we know that it is some of this that you are sensing. It's some of this spaciousness that you are feeling. Well, accept that it is there, and that when the timing is right, meaning when you're focused in a way that you can be receptive to this, the law of attraction will manage all of that. In Esther's circle of friends and family, mostly daughter, Esther is known as a flip-flopper, because she'll say, this is what I'm going to do, and then a day later it's changed. Because in this moment, under this criteria, it was the best idea, but it activated a desire that more information came and the universe lined up better unfoldings. And so don't decide that you're going to do something no matter what. Decide that you're going to be sensitive to the impulses that come and do your best to feel good and follow those good feeling impulses. That's really the best encouragement that we could give to anyone, no matter what it is you're wanting to create. You've already done the work. Life has already caused you to ask, and you've asked with greater clarity than you know, because you lived a lot of life and you ask a lot of questions and you ask for a lot of things relative to that. You've really put together the ingredients for a magnificent whatever it is that you want, and your inner being is all over it, focused upon it in minutia, in specificity, and in grandness. Your inner being knows what it is you're reaching for and never takes attention away from it. And the law of attraction is gathering, oh, if only there were more words to explain to you the certainty of what you've asked for, and the certainty that it's been gathered, and the certainty that it is yours. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. But you stand using your eyes to look for it, and you don't see it, so you introduce doubt that doesn't prevent it from happening, just prevents it from happening now. Because in the presence of doubt, certainty cannot, timing-wise, happen right now. So the lighter you get, the better you feel, the less you worry about things, the more you trust yourself, the more you trust others, the more you laugh and play, do a good job of what you want to do, the more you keep your promises to yourself, the more you are kind to yourself and kind to others, the more tuned and tapped in, turned on you are, the better you feel, then the more often you stand in a place where the timing is right for you to receive a glimpse, not just a hint, not just a gut feeling, but actual visual, see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, evidence of the progression. You meet someone who's talking about what you've been thinking about. You see someone who's wearing what you're looking for. You see a car, which is what you hoped would become to be, but you didn't realize was actually reality yet. All kinds of things begin coming about, and you get to be one of the rare humans who rendezvous with the evidence of it, and there you are, taking it in. And we want you to be one who connects those dots, not needing the full manifestation. You think you want it. You think that you want to ask for it, and boom, there it is. We know that's nice too, because that moment when your thoughts burst in to your realization of something, we know how delicious that is. And that's what you're all looking for. But if you could know that that's coming and enjoy it in those moments, and otherwise just enjoy the subtle, never-ending unfolding, it can be delicious for you every step along the way. Esther is beginning to realize that, oh, she really likes it. When something that she's been looking for shows up and she can take it home today, she really, really likes that. She really, really likes that. It makes her feel happy. She also likes it when something she's been thinking about gets more clear in her mind. Or she turns on the television just at the moment somebody's saying something about that. she notices more and more all of those rendezvous points, because the entire universe is there for you, and your inner being knows where every important stepping stone is not the best word along the way for you. So you just want to hang loose and be ready. That's really what we're saying to you. Not guarded, not urgent, not trying too hard, not trying to fix something that isn't broken, not trying to save anybody, but just feeling good and trusting everything we just said to you. You put it in your vortex, which means it's done. And once it's in the vortex, you put it there, it's yours. Your inner being is knowing about it and guiding you to it. It is a slam dunk. It is a sure thing. It's a sure thing. We know it so clearly. But you don't. You don't know it so clearly because you're making your evaluations based upon what's come so far. This is what happens as you think on purpose and feel on purpose, and then notice this and notice that and notice that. You start connecting those dots. You start building your own belief. Let's talk about that. We have not said those words before. You may have heard us say, we've said this often, that if you want something and you believe it, then there's no vibrational variance. It is. It's going to show up in your experience really soon. But if you want it and you doubt it, it could be your whole life not into your experience if you keep the doubt. So how do you massage the doubt into belief? How do you calibrate more to what you want? By talking about what you want rather than talking about what you don't want. By pointing at what you want instead of in opposition. So we've been saying things to you like, you know how you have an opinion? Oh boy, do you. You have an opinion. Everybody else does too. And isn't it awkward or annoying when you're trying to do something with someone, even moving things around a room? Ooh, that looks great there. No, I think it should go over there. Well, your opinions are in competition with others all the time. You just don't want your opinions to be in competition with your own inner being's knowing. And you can tell when that happens. And so we've been suggesting that when you find yourself in an opinion because you want to be right, because you're used to challenging yourself with others, when you find yourself really having a strong opinion about something, just change the words. Is this my opinion or my intention? Because often your opinions are in opposition to your intentions. It is my intention to do such and such, but it is my opinion that it is not likely. Well, you want your opinions to match your intentions. You want to live happily ever after, and you want others to too. We know you do, don't you? Don't you? Unless you have a belief that there's not enough to go around. If you have a belief that there's not enough to go around, then you might not even have a clear intention. You want everyone to thrive because their thriving challenges your thriving. If you believe something that is flawed like that, well, you kind of have to work the bugs out of that. And words don't work the bugs out of that for you. You do. You have to show yourself that when you want something and when you stop doing that thing that gets in your way of feeling good, it comes to you. Before long, you start realizing that the world is awash in all of the things that all of you want. You just keep preventing yourselves from having them because you're worried about somebody else getting them before you get there. And that's not even possible. Nobody can prevent you from anything unless they get in your head and you believe they're right and that you're bad and you're not supposed to thrive.